When I Should Coco crash landed in 1995, it felt less like an album release and more like a sugar rush meltdown in the middle of the Britpop cafeteria. While Blur and Oasis were busy measuring their egos against each other, Supergrass bursts in with a manic grin, a skateboard under one arm, and a packet of sherbet in the other, screaming, "Let's have fun before we grow up." At just 19 years old, Gaz was already leading the charge with a voice that could flip from cheeky yelps to ragged howls without missing a beat. Danny's drumming and mixed bass laid down the rhythm section that wasn't content to just support the songs, it shoved them forward like a mate daring you to run across the street for laughs. From the opener, I'd Like to Know is an unhinged sprint, equal parts punk adrenaline and glam swagger, like the band The Jam on a sugar high. Then comes Caught by the Fuzz, a teen delinquent tale that captures the panic and absurdity of being arrested for weed with both honesty and hilarity. It's the kind of song that reminds you Britpop wasn't just about posh art students, it was also about actual messy youth. But the record isn't just about bratty energy, with tracks like She's So Loose and Time show flashes of maturity, weaving in 60s psychedelic touches and melodic depths that hint at the band's future growth. Still, the crown jewel has to be the song Alright, a song so endlessly joyful, it's basically been bottled and sold as the official soundtrack to carefree teenage summers. Yes, it got overplayed to death to adverts and films, but listen again and try not to smile. It's impossible. What makes I Should Coco so special is that it's both a snapshot and a declaration. It captures a moment when Britpop was still rough around the edges before it calcified into industry cliche. Supergrass weren't trying to start a cultural war. They were trying to have a laugh, bash out some tunes, and maybe sneak into a pub without getting ID. 30 years later, the album hasn't aged so much as it's grown into a time capsule of untamed youth. It's scrappy, it's playful, and it doesn't care if you think it's silly, because being silly is the whole point. So in the Britpop pantheon, I Should Coco stands as a reminder that the genre wasn't just about swagger or melancholy, it could be about pure, ridiculous joy. So if you haven't listened to this album, it's great. Check it out. Let me know what you think.